For this video I'm going to introduce to you tile sets and how to actually get a tile set working in your program. So it's going to be pretty straightforward. This may not actually fit the theme of the game, but it was a decent tile set that I found. So we're going to import a background, and this background is going to be called BG tile set. And I'm going to load the background. Now the background that I picked, and I'll put it in the folder for you to get, is tileset.png. It looks like this here. I'm going to need to tick the button that says use as tileset, which will give me a whole lot of other options on the right. The one I want to set here is tile width, the 32 by 32. Now this will be different depending on what tile set you use. Sometimes there might be a gap in the images when they're laid out, and you might need to add something like this to it if there's a gap. In this case there isn't, and so this is going to be 0, 0, where one tile ends, the next one starts. So all I need to do is set up 32 by 32 and click OK. Now the other thing that I want to do in here is edit the background and go image, make opaque, and just click OK, and hopefully that will work. Now back in my room, what I want to do is go to tiles, select my tile down the bottom here, and I'm going to use these tiles here. I'll scroll across a little bit. I'm going to use these ones here to build up my room. Now what I'm going to need to do here is to make a few modifications. First of all, I'm just going to have to go into sprite wall, edit this sprite, and fill it, or clear it actually, erase everything on it. Oops. New 32 by 32, and pick a color. It doesn't matter which one, but this opacity channel down here I'm going to change to about 40, and then just fill this whole thing. So you can see there it's very, very light. Click OK, and when I go back into my room, that sprite is now see-through. So when I go to put these tiles down, I can actually see what I'm putting underneath them. So I'm just going to lay all these tiles down, because eventually I'm going to make those other blocks invisible. So I'm going to lay all these tiles down here, click on them to lay down the ones that I need. So these vertical ones are just going to go like that, and I'm not sure if there's any that I could use to kind of end that bit there, but we'll just do the best that I can with what I've got here. Not a big deal. I mean, I could just make it really simple and just use this. I think I might. So I'm just going to use this tile here. All the way, everywhere there is one of those red tiles already. Put them all in. I'm just holding shift and dragging. Now tiles are different to objects. Can't interact with them, they're just kind of background graphics. So what I can also do here is maybe add in some flooring. So here's my wooden bits, here's the floor. Now this black cube up here, that's the assassin guy. I'll add all of this in all around. Just made a slight mistake there. Okay, so that should be all of it done. Now if I go into my object wall and just make it not visible, I'm still going to be able to collide with it, but it's going to be invisible when I run the game. So when I hit play, you can see there's my level, and it uses the tiles. They're still able to collide against the wall, so I can't, this is my guy here, I can't move through the wall or anything. Those objects are still there, but it's a bit more graphically interesting to look at. I could probably change the escape bit and make that also invisible, and put something else in there like a door. If I find a door in this tile set, there's a door somewhere. There's a staircase, and there's a staircase there. So if I hit play, those things should be invisible now, and I've got staircases to exit. Got my documents here, still got the president guy walking around, got everything else looking decent. So that's how a tile set works. Sometimes you won't want to use everything as a tile set. So for example, I probably wouldn't want to stick this here to represent a document, even though I could use that as a document sprite and extract it out of here, because if I do that, it's static. It's never going to be able to move. So these are set up so that they're never going to be able to move. What we're going to do in the next video is to import graphics for each of these people up here and modify them a little bit. We're going to actually need to modify the code somewhat as well.